Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. The ultimate guide to macarons, history, flavors, and tips for perfecting them. Crisp, colorful, and undeniably charming, macarons have captured dessert lovers' hearts worldwide. These delicate French confections aren't just sweets, they're little pieces of art with a rich history. Known for their crisp shell, chewy interior, and endless flavor possibilities, macarons are as versatile as they are beautiful. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a curious foodie, understanding the secrets behind these iconic treats is the first step to appreciating, or perfecting, them. History of macarons. Macarons, with their delicate shells and bold flavors, boast a history as rich as their taste. These delightful treats didn't start in the streets of Paris, they took a much longer journey to achieve their iconic status. Early beginnings. Explore the early history of macarons in Italy and their introduction to France. Macarons trace their roots back to Italy in the 8th century. The name itself comes from the Italian word macaron, meaning a fine dough. These early versions weren't as colorful or refined as the ones we know today. Instead, they were simple almond-based cookies, closer in texture to a chewy biscuit. So how did they end up in France? Enter Catherine de' Medici. When she married King Henry II of France in 1533, she brought many Italian culinary traditions with her, macarons included. At the time, they were single-layered and far from the delicate sandwich we know today. Little did anyone know this humble almond cookie would transform into an international sensation. Evolution in France. Explain how macarons transformed in France, including the impact of key figures like Pierre de Fontaine. In France, macarons took on a life of their own. By the 17th century, French bakers began tweaking the recipe, creating variations by region. These early French macarons were still simple, almond-based cookies without any fillings. The real magic happened in the 20th century. Pierre de Fontaine, a pastry chef at La Durée, had a groundbreaking idea, sandwiching 2 macaron shells together with a creamy ganache filling. This innovation elevated macarons from a quaint cookie to a luxurious dessert. La Durée's combination of crisp shells and soft centers became the gold standard for macarons, setting the stage for their global popularity. Modern adaptations highlight contemporary variations and the global spread of macarons. Today, macarons are everywhere. You'll find them in bakeries from Paris to Tokyo to New York, showing how far they've come from their Italian origins. As demand has grown, so have creative twists on the classic macaron recipe. Some exciting modern adaptations include bold flavors. Think matcha, rose, salted caramel, and even savory options like truffle or cheese. Moody colors. From pastels to rich metallics, macarons now double as edible decor. Seasonal themes. Holiday-inspired macarons shaped like snowflakes, pumpkins, or hearts. With this global spread, macarons have transcended their French identity, becoming a blank canvas for bakers worldwide. Yet, despite all the changes, that perfect balance of crunchy and chewy remains at the heart of every great macaron. Ingredients and techniques. Making the perfect macaron is equal parts art and science. Every detail, from the ingredients you choose to the techniques you use, makes a difference. Here's everything you need to know to get started. Essential ingredients. The beauty of macarons lies in their simplicity. Just a handful of ingredients come together to create these delicate treats. Almond flour. This is the backbone of macarons. Almond flour gives the cookies their signature texture and nutty flavor. It's important to use finely ground almond flour to avoid a gritty result. Egg whites. The magic happens when egg whites are whipped into a meringue. They provide structure and help create the macaron's airy interior. Using aged egg whites, left in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours, can yield better results as they whip more easily. Sugar. There are 2 types of sugar used, granulated sugar to stabilize the meringue and powdered sugar for smoothness. Both are critical for achieving that glossy shell and light texture. Food coloring. While optional, food coloring gives macarons their signature vibrant hues. Gel or powder coloring works best to avoid adding excess liquid to the batter. Preparation techniques. Mastering macarons is all about precision and patience. The process may seem tricky, but breaking it down step by step helps. Sift ingredients. Start by sifting almond flour and powdered sugar together. This eliminates lumps and ensures a silky batter. Whip the meringue. Beat egg whites and granulated sugar until stiff peaks form. Look for a glossy, firm texture that holds its shape. Macaronage mixing. Carefully fold the dry mixture into the meringue. The goal is a smooth, ribbon-like consistency that flows but doesn't run. Undermix, and your macarons may crack. Overmix, and they'll spread too much. Piping. Load the batter into a piping bag with a round tip. Pipe small, even circles onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Consistency is key here. Uneven shapes bake unevenly. Resting. Allow the piped macarons to sit at room temperature for 30 to 60 minutes. A thin, dry skin forms on top, which helps achieve the classic smooth shell during baking. Baking. Bake at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius, for 14 to 16 minutes, rotating the tray halfway through. Look for the signature feet, the textured base of the shell, to form. Common mistakes to avoid. Even seasoned bakers encounter obstacles when making macarons. But don't worry, small adjustments can make all the difference. Skipping the sifting process. Lumpy batter leads to uneven shells. Always sift your almond flour and powdered sugar. Overmixing or undermixing. Finding the right macaronage consistency takes practice. Aim for a batter that flows like lava. Ignoring rest time. Skipping the resting phase can cause cracked shells. Be patient and wait for that skin to form. Baking at the wrong temperature. Too hot, and your macarons will brown. Too cool, and they won't rise properly. Use an oven thermometer for accuracy. Humidity issues. Moisture in the air can wreak havoc on macarons. Try to bake on a dry day, or use a dehumidifier if needed. Improper piping. Wobbly shapes and uneven sizes will throw off the final look. Practice piping on a template to perfect your technique. By mastering these key ingredients and techniques, you can create picture-perfect macarons that taste as good as they look. They're finicky, but once you get the hang of them, the process becomes incredibly satisfying. Popular macaron flavors. One of the best things about macarons is how versatile their flavors can be. From timeless classics to bold, imaginative options, there's a macaron flavor for every palate and occasion. Whether you prefer traditional tastes or enjoy trying something unexpected, macarons deliver a wide array of delicious possibilities. And stay tuned for part 2, where we'll uncover tips and techniques for making the perfect macarons. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.